What's up, guys? Shadow Rockstar here once again. Got another educational game. Playing against RideTheYoshi, one of the best players in the game. Awesome dude. Really fun. And just happy that he's a part of this. Let's take a look. Want you to see my pretty face. Alrighty. Bam. So right off the bat, supply run. You can put an Explorer on top of your deck or discard on top of your deck. Since neither one of us has a discard, we're probably going to pick Explorer. So this kind of changes the dynamic quite a bit. It means that the next draw is actually going to be much better for both players. So I go ahead, I grab the Assault Pod, I put it in my deck. I've got the discard to the top of the deck Gambit, and I've got the Hidden Outpost, Secret Outpost one. So this is kind of a crappy start, to be honest with you, because all I can really buy is Assault Pod or Explorer. I ended up buying Assault Pod and not really thinking ahead, because theoretically what I could have done is bought an Explorer and then put the Explorer on top of my deck, and knowing that I would have two Explorers on top of my deck, potentially I could have gotten Nanobot Swarm or Transit Nexus? Neural Nexus, excuse me. And I just flat out didn't think of it, you know? So this is kind of the problem when you play a little too fast. This game was played on stream, so I think I was a little more focused on entertainment and a little less focused on the game. But I do manage to pick up 6 trades, so that's not bad. And very smartly, my opponent uses his Gambit where you can scrap 2 cards in your hand to do it right away. You want to get those cards out of your deck ASAP. So here I end up deciding I'm going to go like very healy, very tradey, right? I have 6 trade. I know I'm going to get that Ion Station, so I figure I'll get the Frontier Runner. It combos with it. Give myself a lot of trade. Try to get the Nanobot Swarm. Try to get the Neural Nexus. And then, of course, put the Ion Station on top. Give myself a shot at the really good cards. He gets 2 Explorers. That's fine. He should scrap there. He does not. When you buy 3 Explorers, you don't need that much more. You don't need a 4th. I get it. I think he was trying to maximize his trade. Obviously, there's 2 8s and a 7 drop. So it's kind of nitpicky, but I personally would have scrapped it, you know. Get that 2 damage in, because the likelihood of you having enough trade to actually get the big drops is pretty high. So here's an interesting tidbit here. Again, I have the Secret Outpost, right? So I have a maximum of 5 trade. But if I use the Secret Outpost, I would have 6. But the problem is, I don't have anything that's really worth 6 to go after. So I end up just foregoing it. Get the Merc Cruiser, because that's going to combo with the Ion Station and give me some damage. Get another Frontier Runner. You know, just pile up the trade. Try to get them 8 drops, because now there's 3 8 drops out there. Never mind. So all plans have changed, basically. So now what do I do? Well, yeah, this is here, right? Summit Site. That's kind of worth going after. But now I'm thinking I want to kind of change my strategy. I've got a lot of trade. I got a lot of healing. Maybe it's just time to get some damage. So I end up picking up this super sexy bad boy, the Pact Warship, one of my absolute favorite cards. And I end up using the Secret Outpost to give myself 4 attack and 4 healing. You know? Try to get that healing train running. And my opponent picks up Summit Site, so this is really good for him. And he's got 3 Explorers now. So now he's able to kill the Ion Station. So maybe my I would scrap the Explorers thing. Maybe not as good of a plan. I don't know. But the good news is he does get rid of the ion station. The weird part is Secret Outpost still out there. So we're doing okay. We've got a blocker. I end up scrapping the missile silo to make that the card that only I can buy. Seeing as how I can't buy it now, seems like a good plan. And hey, it revealed a 5-cost scrapper. Originally, I was going to go for the Trade Hive, right? It works with my deck. It works with my Assault Pod. It works with my Ion Station. You know, I get some hidden card draw. I get some extra trade, some extra damage. That was the plan, but hey, dude, you can't. You got the mech. You go for the mech. And again, because I have so much trade and healing, scrap becomes really strong because the likelihood of me having enough turns to actually scrap down to nothing is really high. So my opponent realizes what's going on now and picks up the damage cards, gets rid of the Explorer, gives me damage, right? And he did the same thing I was talking about in a previous video, where if you pick up a card that gives you trade, you can get rid of your Explorers and you can get rid of your other trade cards. Yes, it's only trading 1-for-1, but it allows you to give that damage. You're not looking to increase your trade per se. You are looking to get in that little bit of extra damage because you don't need the extra trade because you already bought the extra trade. And hey, look, Secret Outpost stays up. And I pick up this Coalition Freighter right here, and it's super duper powerful with the deck I'm building, right? I'm building a blue-red deck, so it's going to give me extra scrappers. It's going to let me top deck ships. It's going to give me 3 trade. Granted, there's no ships out there, so it's not quite as good right now, but I'm using it to augment a scrap heal base strategy. So I am absolutely playing the long game now. And here's a neat play. You see what he did? He scrapped a scrapper. This is really, really smart Star Elms. He knows that he's going to only be able to buy one of these cards over here. I'm not sure what at the moment, but by getting rid of the scrapper, he does not allow me to extend my scrap edge. He gives himself an opportunity to pick up a really high quality base, and he also keeps scrap away from me. I think this is a fantastic play. Yep, he gets 8. So he's going Swarm Cluster. And he finally kills my Secret Outpost. No! Oh, God, I love you so much. Here, we get very lucky. He actually has no discard pile, and he already played his hand. So we're going to get to scrap 3 cards now. 2 from the event, and 1 from the Enforcer mech. Our deck just became incredibly efficient relative to his. So we are very excited now. Hey, picked up an Explorer. I'm going to play it and get rid of it. Boom, boom, boom. Looking good. Picked up a Pack Pod. Again, it's a blue card that could potentially combo with our other blues, but it's also green and could give us some more damage, especially if paired up with the Merc Cruiser or paired up with any future blobs. I like this card. I like this card a lot. And the likelihood of us being able to use it to combo with stuff, pretty easy buy. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. Ah. Ooh, hey. Oh god. Oh, my face. So look what he's doing now. Boom. 2 light cruisers, right? He's made a decision. He's going to go bases and yellows and make me discard, which is a good way to beat a deck that gets efficient and scrapped down, or to beat a deck that typically has a lot of big cards. And I'm going to have a lot of big cards because I have a lot of trade. So each card becomes of much higher value than on average, right? If you have a hand with 3 scouts and 2 good cards and he makes you discard 3, you just throw the 3 scouts away, no big deal. But if you scrap down and your deck becomes really strong and each individual card is really good, losing any one of those becomes devastating because then your output is cut by a lot. So I think this is a really good play. We know what his strategy is now. He knows what his strategy is now. Throw the scat away, no big deal, because we pick up Blob Alpha! Right? In one card, the corner has officially been turned. We are going for the throat now. We got to close this game out. Now, some of you might be saying, Ryan, you're up 57-25. Why do you need to? Why are you so? What are you scared of? Like, you'll whittle him down eventually. Nuh-uh. He's got Summon Sight. He's got Scrappers. He's got yellow cards to make me discard. His deck is ready to go off. The reason that we're ahead is because of our life total. It's not necessarily because of the strength of our cards. So when that's the case, when you feel like your decks are even, but you are ahead on life total, going on the attack, going on the offensive is the best way to close the game out and not give him a chance to come back. I'm not sure if that was the right play or not. He got rid of the Outland Station to draw an additional card. Entirely possible he's trying to pick up a second Outland Station or go Plasmabot Outland Station, but there's something to be said about keeping that card. I do love it so. Okay, he just picked up another one. That's what he did. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, the Arc, baby! Ooh. Not a whole lot of avenues of victory for him now. I'm going to get very efficient very fast. But again, the yellows, right? The discards. That's how he's going to try to win. So it makes sense. If he can pick up a few more like mid-tier yellow cards, he could absolutely come back in this game. So we are going to have to be careful. So this was a little odd. Some of you might be wondering, why the heck did he scrap the Enforcer back? Well, here was my thinking. I had Blob Alpha. I had a Ravager. I had a couple of cards that could theoretically win the game for me. So, decided to take the risk. And since I was about to cycle, even if I didn't draw a card that was like really good, that was like a finishing blow card, by drawing a card now, it allows me to draw 4 and then cycle, which is also what I want, meaning I'll be able to get these cards back into my hand potentially on the next turn. Oops, and then what did I do? Oh god, why did I put that there? Oh man. Oh wow, never mind. That was ridiculous. Oh, okay, I put that there to try to top deck another base. Alright, this might be my opponent's last gasp, but look at what he did! See? This was the plan all along. Get your yellows out, boom. Get your bases out, take this game, right? Claw your way back in the game. It's very good. It's very smart. Oh, look at this. And he draws another card, heals up some more. Wow, this is massive. He gets more damage from here. Gets 2 additional card draws. Look at that. Wow. Wow, another card draw. Amazing. Holy shit, what a turn. And I discard 3? Wow. See? With events and stuff too, right? You can come back. So here's another interesting play to make. If I keep the Blob Alpha and I keep the Pack Pod, this is worth 15, right? But since I have to throw away 3 cards, I would have to throw away 1, 2, 3 to keep the 15 damage. My thinking was I wasn't going to be able to kill him this turn. So if I get rid of the Pack Pod, I'm losing 5 damage, but I'm keeping 4 damage over here for the Fed Cruiser and the healing. Actually, 5 and 4. Oh no, so I'm keeping 5 damage over here as well. And I have to toss the Repair Mech and I have to toss the Viper. So my hope is that I'll be able to kill off all these bases when I do get my additional card draws as well. And we end up drawing the pod back. So it ends up working out. Boom, boom. Gotta kill those bases. They are way too good. You know? And I knew I was sitting on the arc too, so not too worried about this. But look, I mean, you know, he's down at 28. He could easily come back. Easily come back. Except he has one of those hands. So that was unfortunate. But we luck out. We get the damage finally. And this game's done. So, wow. There's a lot to digest there. There's a lot of sound strategy on both sides. There's a lot to talk about there. You know, this is high level Star Realms, right? This is two people trying to think about each other's decks, trying to think about their own decks, and making plays to counter plays, and making counter plays to counter those counter plays, and so on and so forth. You know, there's a lot of levels and leveling going on here. So definitely this is one of those games that you're going to want to come back to and watch over and over again and try and pick up more nuances, pick up more subtle thought process, little tips, little tricks that you can add to your game, man. You know, should I trigger a cycle here? You know, when to do it. You know, what does that mean for the cards that I have in play? What does that mean for the cards that I'm about to draw? You know, what's my opponent trying to do, and is there a way to come back from it? Even if it's not necessarily the best choice, you know, like I've said before, sometimes when you're behind, you're often choosing from a bunch of not very good choices, but you want to make the best choice out of the bad choices that you have left over, you know. And I really like Yoshi's thought process here. Get a bunch of bases, get some healing, protect the face, and then get yellows and force me to discard. And he almost did it. He almost did. I was very impressed. Just because he didn't pull it off doesn't mean that the thinking and the play and the decisions weren't spot on and really, really good. And quite frankly, if I got a little more unlucky and he got a little more lucky, he absolutely could have pulled it off. So let's give RideTheYoshi credit for just playing a phenomenal, phenomenal game. And hey, I like to think I played pretty good too, so thumbs up all around. Thank you guys for joining me on this video. We'll see you later.